Hey, it's your main man Tony from Brooklyn. And let me tell you 2-3 things about the best video game website I've ever come across in my entire life, okay? It's this place called GamersGather.com, alright? You're going to want to go there to get all of the latest video game news on the planet first, alright?
Hello and welcome once again to the Forward Compatible Podcast. This is episode 139. Howdy, y'all.
Wow, you got it right.
I got it right. I can do stuff and things. My name's Tony.
Last week?
One time. My name's Tony. I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Mark and Jason. No, Jason's not here. How's everyone doing? I suppose we could kick off the show with our weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke.
We'll let Mark go first since he hasn't been here in like 3 months.
Weren't you here like a week ago?
Yeah.
No, but he wasn't on the episode.
I wasn't on the episode
Yeah, you
last
came to
week,
hang
but I
out
was
and then you
here.
left, right?
If anybody watched last week's episode, it says Tony and Jason. Mark left early.
Yeah, Mark's a dick.
Yeah. Well, it took forever.
Oh, I got a girlfriend.
It was like 2 hours of just sitting here.
I make plans on Sundays, and I know that that's recording day.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
I've got friends.
Oh,
Good
so
things.
cool. People like
I'm
me.
an adult somehow.
No.
Somehow I got
Running
drafted.
for 2.6 miles this morning.
I did.
Because
I
I'm
did.
so healthy.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking hell. What'd you play, dude?
Mostly Halo and Grand Theft Auto with these two fine gentlemen. Besides that, I don't really have too much time to play the last few weeks. So.
because I got a girlfriend.
I got a girlfriend.
You're so cool.
You're going to have her watch this episode now where we're making
Yeah.
She's going to be like, those guys are dicks.
Yeah. Why do you hang out with these pricks? How about yourself, good sir?
Halo, GTA,
Surgeon Simulator.
Surgeon Simulator, which I downloaded yesterday. It's ridiculous. and
Binding of
stupid.
Isaac.
Isaac?
Yep.
A fuck ton of Binding of Isaac.
Isaac.
Haven't spent nearly any time on that Vita. Because the girlfriends had it. Playing Don't Starve.
girlfriend.
No,
My girlfriend plays video
devices.
games and doesn't bother me on Sundays when we're recording the podcast.
She's coming over today to bring you things. It's gonna
Royal
be.
Rumble.
How dare
It is
she
Royal
come
Rumble
over on
today. Royal
Sunday,
Rumble.
even though she's bringing you things?
But she doesn't bother us on the podcast.
As for
episode's
myself,
not over. You know that just jinxed us.
I did some Surgeon Simulator, which these guys showed me.
He loved it.
It's a terrible game. Terrible.
It's supposed to be, though.
terrible.
The fourth surgery, you have to do an eyeball transplant.
I just would drill it out.
Yesterday, one of the guys who comes into the store was playing, and he literally had 2 scalpels stuck into the eyeballs. And then he took a hatchet and hit the guy in the head and killed him. Like
Nice.
a one-hit kill. Hatchet to the
Nice.
skull.
I also did a ton of Halo. We ran through Halo 3, and we're 75% of the way through Halo 4 already.
Yeah.
We're playing on Legendary.
You mean Call of Halo?
course, 'cause
That's what the 4th game is, Call of Halo.
Call of Halo. Then I've been doing some Far Cry 4. And
With my friend, Andrew
Oh,
Dillon.
we actually didn't play this week. I was kind of sad. I haven't seen
I
him
got no
on.
friends on PS4.
Oh, nobody likes
Andrew
me.
Dillon didn't want to play with me no
It's because I
more.
don't shower. What?
That's what that smell is.
Thought it was that chick with the dreads at Chipotle. It's Tony.
They'd be perfect together.
Yeah, so we go to Chipotle before this, right? And the place smells bad. And there's this chick of questionable hygiene. And we're pretty sure that's where the stanky stank was coming from. And we'll leave it at that.
Got better when she left.
Tony
The
said
food tasted better.
$3.
$3, I'd do it. $3. I'd have to hold my breath the whole time. $3.
She probably would too.
I got a snorkel.
I got a snorkel. Oh, shit. All right. Before we hop into the news, there is one order of business to take care of. We are doing the Game of the Year show, which I think we'll post next week.
Next episode.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it at that.
So you guys have...
So we're not going to film it in 15 minutes?
You guys have now... Yeah, the power of editing. You guys have from now until next week-ish to get in your votes for the fan choice Game of the Year. So put them in the comments or message us in one of our various...
You can put it in the comments on YouTube. We're going to make a post on Facebook. Or you can email us... Forward Compatible Podcast.
You can message us on Grindr.
That's just you. Oh, that's where I found my
girlfriend.
Where's the pants in the relationship?
High-pitched voice is going to be the name of this
My
episode.
girlfriend's name's Steve.
Stevette.
All right.
She's a little bit older than me.
Older.
All right, so man, we are off the rails. Okay, yeah. So send in your fan choice Game of the Year picks. We'll count them up like we did last year. Whoever has the most wins. It's
We're
pretty
going to have
simple.
Jason count. He's better at counting than me and Tony.
Yeah,
Jason does everything.
I do
Because you can count.
So yes, email, Facebook, YouTube,
Anywhere you want.
Twitter. Also, Tony's personal phone number will appear at the bottom of the screen. Feel
True.
free to call him.
There's only
and
9
tell
digits to it. Somehow he got that number.
Yeah.
That's it.
867-5309.
867-5309.
That song is about Tony, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
News!
Dirty, sexy, news.
So, kicking it off, I guess one of our stories I could start off with would be when me and Jason were trying to play. Was that Grand Theft Auto we were on? I believe it was. We could not get the friends list to even load.
Oh, no friends list.
So, trying to add somebody to anything was a bit of an issue.
Grand Theft Auto's had issues since launch, which Tony and I talked about a couple episodes back, how November was the worst month in gaming history for broken games.
Yeah.
The thing is GTA has made improvements. Halo has made improvements.
It's almost there.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Halo's night and day to when it
I've
launched.
had personal problems with my internet connection, which I resolved. We were still having issues with GTA, and the thing is with GTA, it's like it's been out for 2 years now.
Well, to be fair, GTA Online didn't launch 2 full years ago.
It was like 6 weeks after.
Close to it. It was literally like within a
Yeah.
Sounds like 2 or 3
period
months.
of it.
No, it was like 6 weeks after.
Okay.
But the thing is like they implemented all these new features into GTA Online, like bumping the lobby size from 16 to 30, and
I never see it really that high anyway.
I actually now, since I fixed my internet issue, I generally am in groups of anywhere between 16 and 25.
That's probably where I see
Is
it.
where I
too,
see.
yeah.
I've never seen a full lobby though. Even playing last night with Angry Andy and Tony, we had issues all getting into the same world.
Yeah,
Partially
it's an issue.
because Tony is impatient, but
You can't Wazda.
So let me explain what happened here. Okay, so I'm playing a little GTA, and Jason and Andy are off doing boring stuff like getting tanks and weird crap. So I get bored. So I start rocket launchering cars, you know, and then they come and they try to run me over. Remember
this is not what I was referring to. But go right ahead.
No, this is what happened. So these fuckers are trying to run me over.
It's
So
in
I
the middle of a mission.
Yeah, it's in the middle of a mission. So I start rocketing the orange truck that they were trying to run me over. at.
Andy's
It was
Sand King.
It was good stuff.
Yeah. No, what I'm referring to is like, I'm like, okay, it's not putting us all in the same lobby. Let me get a mission. I'll send everybody invites. Tony goes, oh, well, I already tried to join yours, and now I'm stuck in a loading screen, so we had to wait for him
Those
to reload.
load screens are like
Yes.
10 minutes long at times.
The thing that
So-
sucks with it is Grand Theft Auto's online components are so ass backwards. It feels like really rudimentary. We're like, okay, I try to go in, and it's like, oh, we couldn't join you to your buddy's game, so now we're gonna kick you out into regular online, which is just free to play mode, and then that doesn't work, or then you have to quit that. So then it kicks me into my single player game since I'm off of online, and then I can finally rejoin them. And this is 3 10-minute loading screens later.
One tip that I can give you is what I've done is in the settings you can set when you start Grand Theft Auto. Do you want to start it into the single player campaign or start it
That
into
actually
online?
won't fix it. For what Tony has, where I've been in multiplayer and I get kicked to single player.
Yeah, no, I've had that once in a while, but it's gotten better.
Oh, I've gotten
by,
worse with
by,
that lately.
by putting it. But what I'm saying is it's 99.9% GTA, 0.1% Tony, because he didn't wait for us to just invite him into the mission. We were on the mission screen.
I've never played so broken of a
The
game
lobby
where it goes join friends, and you don't want to do that even though you want to join your friends. That's a big no-no.
But no, here's the
Don't
problem.
select the join
We weren't-
friends button.
We weren't in a world.
You're in a mission.
We were in a mission screen.
But it's Tony's fault.
It is, because Tony's like, well, I tried to join you. And like,
There's a
no.
big button, join friends.
You hit no.
And I was trying to join
And
my
then you wait
friends.
for that phone call when I call you and tell you, bitch, now you come. Tony don't know how to use the phone in GTA. He's like, how do I answer the call?
I always
That'll be up on the D.
I always forget how to pull that stupid fucking cell phone out.
Did you notice when you pull the phone out and if you're rocking the headset, it only plays in one ear?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah.
I always put the heads on too.
The little things.
The little things.
You can also talk to strippers.
Oh, I've got 3 phone numbers of strippers in my phone in GTA Online. They come to my apartment. And then I
Yeah, sometimes when
and
you
then I
go
get
to-
drunk on wine and my guy passes out, hits his head on the table, and wake up in the hospital. True story, happened last night.
This is when you go into Jason's party and Skype, and he's not saying anything, and you just hear weird noises in the background. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the noise.
Kind of like a fist going through a mayonnaise jar.
You know, but that noise they don't mind as much. The noise that they mind is when Tony here decides that he's going to rub his microphone
So-
against this glorious stubble.
So here's what happened. So it hit it
a
like
hard candy.
It hit it like once, a little bit by accident, and I'm playing Halo with Mark, Jason, and
By
Andy.
accident is
and
15 seconds.
everyone screams at me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? And then I just took the mic and started doing this against
And
it.
now he does it at least once a night.
Oh, all the time.
What's
That's the
even
new
worse
thing.
than that is when Tony, who has no online etiquette whatsoever, decides that he wants to suckle on a piece of hard candy.
I don't give a fuck.
So all you hear is, and then you hear it hitting the teeth.
I don't give a shit.
It's like, what the fuck are you
And
doing?
we went to lunch with this guy too, and somehow it's better. I don't know. When you're out, you're not.
I'm more polite in polite company. When I'm on my bed,
So what we
in my
need
boxers,
is we-
eating Cheetos, playing online gaming.
Yeah. He's
you
like,
know,
I'm practically naked, and his phone vibrates. He's like, I'm sitting on it.
yeah, it's no big deal. Just went to a dark place. All right, next news story.
Tony Boofs.
What news? Next, Call of Duty may be going back to World at War II. And
So wait,
Tony-
wait. What you're saying is the new Call of Duty is
It's
going,
going
old school.
called.
Yes.
So this is where Treyarch's next game may bring us, and that would include zombies, which this guy loves.
So, the full thingy is that, okay, so Microsoft announced that they're having
Thing with
a big press
stuff.
conference on May 4th.
Okay, there you go.
And Star Wars, or that's Star Wars Day. But all the Call of Duties in the last 5 or 6 years all got announced the first week of May. So this would line up with it. Then they teased the Roman numeral 2. And the only thing that Treyarch, because it's Treyarch's turn, the only thing that they haven't made a sequel to would be World at War. Plus, if you pay attention to the 2, they're read out like the numerals are on the round indicator for zombies. Plus, they've been releasing World War II images on their Twitter account. So there's a lot of stuff pointing to World War II again. And I think
man. Love that war.
There's a lot. There's a lot. And I think that's all the intel we have so far.
Okay.
We'll find out May.
May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Be with you.
Yes.
More news!
I hope it's true. Because World of War had the best zombie mode we've gotten, and it's gone downhill ever since. And like this new Advanced Warfare one looks like absolute garbage. I don't know if you've seen the trailer.
No, okay.
It's no bueno. The zombies got like jetpacks and shit on them. It's like, this is terrible.
I'm buying it. Zombie jetpacks. That's what I've been asking for years.
Did I? Yeah. It looks awful. Watch the trailer right now. It's online. It's everywhere. All right, sir. More news!
Still more news. Damn it. Damn it,
Oscar,
Jason.
can
you unplug that thing?
No, it's too far.
Well, the more news. We're going to stick with zombies. H1N1 launched in its early access form.
Sorry about the noise. We were in the
week.
store. The cooler went off. Oscar took care of it.
Fucking bastard.
Thanks, security. That's why you get the little bucks. The game basically launched with basically a broken stage for what most people said. One of the biggest complaints was a pay-to-win model, which they basically gave you airdrops when you pre-ordered or bought the game, and you literally get a package airdropped into you. The one thing that makes no sense, though, it actually goes anywhere in the world. You can be nowhere near it, and then there's also instances of it dropping right next to people. It seems very random, and then it is an absolute Hunger Games fight for the equipment once it lands. So you're paying for equipment that you may not even get, and then once you die, it's whoever the hell picks it up anyway. Your chair farted.
For the past 5 minutes, I've been doing Damien Mizdow, and I'm Tony's stunt double the whole time.
Oh, there you go.
All right, I'm done with it.
Okay. This was Sony's crack at like the open world zombie game, like DayZ and everything like that.
Zombie game from Sony is broken.
So far, it has not lived up
They
to
issued
people's
refunds
expectations.
to people that bought the.
They did. And a lot of that seemed like it was tied to the fact that some players didn't know you could pay
I don't even know what the fuck
for
that was.
airdrops. Probably a rat. So they issued refunds if you wanted it, no questions asked, but I don't know. It's an early access game. It keeps happening, especially with that open world zombie game. Look at like DayZ or, even Dead Island was pretty broken when it first launched too. There's just a lot of like little glitches and like people falling through worlds.
They issued a big patch to fix a lot of the stuff this past week, but now they're having a lot of issues with hackers.
Yeah, and that's DayZ's hugest thing too. Is the exact same thing of people just aimbotting and flying. No.
Yeah, PC gaming. Yeah,
PC gaming.
Everything's broken.
I don't know anybody that hacks in GTA.
Fucking hackers.
Yeah, I don't hack in GTA for money.
Anybody that doesn't have a helmet and a mask on at the same time and knows how to make a car disappear.
I told you how to do that glitch.
My account is.
And you got cars from it.
If you're watching, my account is Jerker1015.
More news!
More news!
Don't ban me!
Banhammer is coming.
No.
Borderlands 3 was slightly teased at PAX this week from Randy Pitchford himself.
Douche.
Apparently a douche.
Randy
somehow.
Pitchford? He's awful.
Randy Pitchford is awesome.
He's cool. He's cool.
Especially when he was in that video. What is it? Hey. What's her name? It's the girl who does the voice of Tiny Tina. She's got a little web YouTube like
Site.
like
YouTube videos.
It's
okay.
hey something what you playing.
Oh, hey Ash.
Yeah, there you go. And she punches
I didn't know that was Tiny Tina.
Yeah, and she punches Randy Pitchford in the nuts.
Subscribed.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. I couldn't remember it. Yeah, that's
Ash.
Tiny Tina.
Didn't know. That's a good YouTube channel. She's actually really funny, and her videos are pretty good.
Oh my god.
They're almost all the same.
Wait, so
but
last week I buy a
very
Vita.
nice.
This week I tell you guys about YouTube videos that I watch. What's happening? I'm becoming Tony.
I do watch a lot of YouTube.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
I'm just saying, generally, I don't. So
I like the YouTubes.
Alongside that, there was talks of maybe Borderlands 1 being remastered at some point as a
he
DLC.
said it all depends on how well.
Handsome Collection sales, which
Such a crappy name for it too.
yeah, I agree.
It's a terrible business model.
Well,
We're
that's
giving
the
you
thing,
this
that's how
remake, but we're not including the first one. But you know what? If you buy enough of it,
And this is what
we'll
works
sell
for the
you
Vita.
some more stuff.
It worked for the Vita.
How did this work for the Vita?
The
Borderlands
Vita
2
was
wasn't coming to Vita.
yeah, and it was the only reason Borderlands 2 came out on the Vita was because of a lot of fan interest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is not even close to the same thing.
it's the exact same
This-
thing. You have to show interest in
He
the
didn't-
game.
Yeah, he said
and then they'll give you more.
No,
He didn't necessarily say that you had to buy it. He said the interest has to be there for us to want to do it.
he's a douche.
Why do you think he's a douche? What did he do to you? Did he touch you?
No, well,
Is he like in the closet with Reggie?
no. Reggie's not gay. He's just a pedophile.
I know, but they're like hiding in the closet, creeping on people.
No, that's fine.
Fine. Okay, cool. Anything else then? More news!
Well, I think we decided through some scheming, scamming, and whatnot that we are getting Borderlands.
Yeah, good for everybody.
And Evolve.
Oh yeah, we still have to try that. Maybe today or tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, Andy and I proved that it worked for us. We tested Far Cry.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think what screwed us up was the whole everybody making the other one's home console. And I think if we do it, I think it'll work.
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool, we're getting games. This
Half-price games!
Half-price games! Don't ban us. This week was the Microsoft conference for Windows 10 and other various things they're doing. Basically, one of the coolest things that came out of there was the HoloLens, which is their version of, It's,
What is
it's all
wrong
right.
with these awful names?
Basically, it is their version of an Oculus and plus more. So that is. Did they even announce a day with that? I think it was kind of like it up in the air kind of thing, from what I heard.
Again, the only way that I will ever get into this shit, this virtual reality stuff, is if I could push my couch forward and jump behind it and pop out from behind it, like Gears of War style, and start shooting people.
That would be fun. There would be a lot of noise of you moving your couch and
Well, no, I
jumping
would do
over
that
it.
beforehand.
And then you have to jump over the couch when you're like, a scale cover.
Yeah, and then the dogs would jump on me because they think I'm playing and shit.
That's
But
when
in the game, they're wretches, and I'm like,
dogs are gonna be beaten and bruised.
I'll be beaten and bruised. They're huge, man. They're evil.
Yeah, that's right. Jason will be beaten and bruised.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming to a whole new level.
I might try one of these, but I'm getting they're spreading themselves awful thin. Like, I don't know.
Everyone's gonna have one by the end of the
Like, okay, so
year
there's
or
gonna be
two.
5 of these things to buy. They're all gonna be like $400 or $500 a piece. And what are they gonna have? Like 5 games? They better have some support. If I'm to even grab one, I have a feeling this is gonna turn into a bunch of
cameras.
PlayStation moves, where it's like, yeah, look at all this crap, and then they support it for like 6 months, and like 10 games come out, and then they see nobody's buying them.
So it's gonna be like any camera for any of last gen's consoles.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then all the support just goes away.
There's a good chance that this is gonna be this generation's thing, which that's at this point that's the only thing you can say that might be the only flop of this generation so far, and maybe staying online would be great too. Yeah. I don't know. Would you get one if they'd be under maybe 200?
Oh yeah. But I don't know which one I'd get, and I'd have to look at who's supporting it the best, because I'm not buying 2 or 3 of these things.
No.
I'm not getting Morpheus and whatever they're called, what do they call them?
HoloLenses.
HoloLenses, and then there's the other one, the original one.
Oculus.
no,
But
Oculus,
that's on my
yeah.
Facebook now. You don't.
And then you get-
Oh, I don't want that one at all then.
Samsung's got one.
Yeah.
Every major company probably has something in the pipeline for it at this point.
So maybe one, if I don't have to dance around like a jackass, if it's literally,
I can put it in my eyes,
yeah.
take my hands out of the equation,
I
so I can use it for other things.
would not buy one of these, even if it was under $200.
I have a feeling it's going to turn into the Ouya with Tony. I'm almost certain that's going to happen.
Well, my issue is, and I understand, we're talking early '90s compared to, now 20 years. But I mean, I jumped on the virtual reality bandwagon with the Virtual Boy, and that thing is probably the reason that I have to wear glasses nowadays. And yeah, after I've been burned with the Kinect and the Kinect 2 and the Move,
That's too bad, Kinect 2.
you know how 3D televisions were the next big thing, and now nobody gives a shit about them, and all this other
Nobody
like
gives a
gimmicky
shit.
things. All I really want to do is sit and play a video game with a controller in my hand, look at my TV, talk to my friends. Don't care about any of that other shit.
Yep.
Personally,
That's
I'm the
where I'm
same
at
way.
right now.
Yep. Yep.
So no, unless they give me one for free, I don't care.
Yep.
The best news story of the week.
Now, I would rock some Google Glass though.
Oh, yeah, someone in the store with those on a few days ago. I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, I would wear some
Some Google Glass.
How much are those fuckers?
1,500.
Yeah, that's crazy talk.
Yeah, no,
That's
no
the
way.
beta ones though, and you have to get invited for it.
Yeah, no way. Not for that. $200 maybe.
I could see like a $500 pair of glasses, comparable to like the prices of a phone or a watch.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I just
Back on track with the news.
Yeah. Best news story of the week.
Is it a week?
Rumors going around for a slim version of the PlayStation 4 kind of got unveiled this week. Are they real or not? Don't really know yet. But it would be on par with what Sony usually does with their consoles and come out with 2 or 3, slimmer versions down the line.
Yep. This got leaked by an Italian gaming site. I don't know who the fuck they are.
Jerker 1015.
But it basically looks like a shrunken down PS4. It didn't really get. Usually, you look at like the fat PS3 versus the slim PS3. They both have that hump
Similar
thing,
design.
but they're both way different. This is
different material.
This is quite literally a PS4 shrunken down into 60% of the original thing. The other thing that's weird is if this is true, the disc loading tray is on the side.
Ugh.
Well, I think the whole point of it is because this one's supposed to stand up, so it'd be top loaded.
No. I'd never put my console standing up.
Well, this one's made for it. The
I know.
PS4 it's
I'm
supposed
just
to be
saying,
bad for it.
I have big dogs that like to knock
Yeah.
things over.
So if you elect to not stand it up like Jason wouldn't, the thing it's like an insert on the side. Then it'd be really weird because then in the front it just says PS4, and now it actually has actual buttons as opposed to the what are they called now?
They're touch sensitive buttons.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
they're not really buttons.
Yeah, they wait for you to have a finger to touch it.
You got to finger it.
You got to get it in there. You got until it beeps.
Yeah.
Till it beeps.
The amazing thing to me was the size comparison that Machinima did when they measured it based off the real thing, and then they took the image of the new one and they kind of figured it out. It's like to me it sounds about the size of the slim PS2.
Those are really tiny.
It's really small.
Yeah.
So it looked a little bigger than that, which is crazy to me.
My only thing with Sony is the third or fourth iteration of the PS3 was a piece of junk in my opinion.
With the slide down?
Yeah, the slide
that
down.
was the third.
That was a
'Cause
plastic.
you had the
mess.
backwards compatible era, is what we the large
yeah,
ones.
those are fine with
Then
me.
you had the Slims, which is what I have.
Slims
And
were
then you
the
had
best
Super
line I
Slim.
think they had. Super Slims were plastic pieces of junk.
Shit, yeah.
And I really hope they don't keep on with that because that was one of their most horrible designs they've ever come out with.
The
Really,
Slim PS2 was the greatest thing ever.
yeah, Slim PS2 was a cool design actually. They had some weight. I think with the Super Slim PS3, it's because it's so light too. You just knew this was just gonna shatter in a million pieces if it fell from a little bit of a height. Everything else felt a little bit more solid to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To me, it looks like it's coming out a little earlier than normal, but of course this is a leak, so it could be the prototype for something that they're not planning on launching till 2016, which would make more sense.
Did you see the?
It's quite early for a slim model.
Did you see the order exclusive PS3s? No.
PS4?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. My PS4. Did you
Yeah,
see
for
it?
PS4. Yeah, they look neat.
No, they don't. It's black, it's white, and it just says the order on the side of it.
I mean, it's something.
That's all it is.
They only have, when you compare it to what they have a total black system, Total White system, and I think it was there a Call of Duty one in there. I think, or is that someone
No,
else?
there's the 20th anniversary one.
Oh, 20th anniversary one looks awesome.
That one
Like,
looks pimp.
And then
Yeah,
there's the Dragon Age one, or the Dragon Warrior one with the slime on it.
that was Japan only.
That's
though.
still
Okay.
another one.
Yeah, that was cool. And if you want to spend like $100,000 and get a 20th anniversary one, go for it. Because they're ridiculously overpriced.
No, they're cheaper now, aren't they? That was like a big.
Depends on which one.
No, they're still
really high.
Number one is on sale on eBay for right now for like 20 grand.
I thought that was. I
001.
thought that was like the flavor of the week for like 2 weeks.
No,
and then
no,
they
this
started
is
coming
you
down.
know how they're specialty numbered.
Yeah.
This is 001. Like the first one off the production line is available on eBay. Anyways, who cares? It's ugly. No, you know what needs a redesign? Fucking clunky ass 360 or Xbox One. Thing's huge.
It's probably coming with a bigger hard drive.
I don't need that. I need it to be the size of my hard drive.
He wants a
I
Raspberry
mean, I
Pi.
got a Toshiba, so mine's,
But you're asking for like a Raspberry Pi sized Xbox.
No. My external's probably about that big.
Okay,
It's like I said, it's a
Slim.
Toshiba. It's about that thick.
slim PS2.
It's definitely thicker than the Slim PS2.
No.
All right. Do we have any reader stuff?
No,
We save them up for a few weeks now.
There's no Gmail.
no Gmail. But again,
Okay.
since I threw it out there last week, I'm gonna throw it out there again because obviously, as of right now, in the past and the future, so the old and the new. Last episode just went up yesterday, so I'm giving everybody enough time, and I'm going to throw it out to them again because it's funny. Because I want to see if anybody can figure out what the symbol on my hat means. Don't say anything, Mark. Don't spoil it. If we're going on for like 2 weeks, if you know it, cool. If not, don't worry about it. But that's what we're doing.
All right.
See if anybody can guess. I was at bowling on Friday night. Bowling. And this guy goes, "Where did you get that blank hat?"
Nice.
He said lame hat to you?
No,
Wow.
blank.
Wow. Lame hat. Oh.
All right. Let's do a quick Tony's topic of the week. So, also at said conference that Mark was referring to earlier with Microsoft, they announced that the Xbox One is going to be able to have its games played on a PC.
It's true. They said that.
Where's my pen? I needs it.
Did he fart too in your direction? He was just like, eh?
Did you rip ass?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I'm actually cold. I threw it.
So,
You paid the heating bill.
initial thoughts, gentlemen.
I have a Mac. I don't care.
I don't know. It's kind of like what they hoped the Windows 8 would bring, where you can play some games like crossplay, if that's what we're gonna call them. But I don't know.
Games for Windows Live, isn't that what that was called?
Yeah, when they closed it down, it doesn't even exist anymore because I don't know if it just didn't get popular or they didn't want to fund it or something.
If I remember, the only game that actually worked that you could play 360 to PC was Shadowrun.
Yes, and that closed. The game studio actually stopped supporting it.
Yeah.
And that worked. It worked fine. I actually got it, but the ability to do it on your PC, I don't know.
I mean, especially all right. Really,
Let's do a PC edition of it.
I know you've got a couple of points, but like here's one thing for me. Like Tony, where's your computer?
In my bedroom.
Where's your Xbox?
In my bedroom.
Mark, where's your computer?
In my bedroom,
Where's your Xbox?
3 feet to the right of it.
You see my point?
Yeah. They're on the same TV as well.
Mine is not.
There's no difference.
Mine is not. They're one room apart.
Yeah.
But again, I have a Mac,
Yeah.
so I would never, ever, ever take advantage of this. And yes, I know Windows Phone and all that other shit is supposed to work, but
Companion
I
apps.
doubt it. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me,
I just wanted to point that out so people know where we're going. You know.
yeah, for me, just for initial thoughts, I'm confused by the whole thing.
How does it work?
Not like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'll get into all that later on. Okay.
Does this mean I have to go through YouTube?
So, first thing.
How do I upload it?
I don't get how to post this on Facebook. Here's the first thing. Who cares? Who's this for? What's going on here?
I think it's going to be for the people who don't want to go downstairs to the Xbox and are upstairs with either a laptop or desktop.
Or a Surface.
Or a Surface. I mean, everybody who has Windows 7, 8, or 8.1 gets Windows 10 for free for the first year.
Ooh, free.
Free.
Well, no, you get it for free. You have to download it within the first year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the way you make it like they're going to take it away
it.
from you after the first year.
Yeah, pay for it, yeah.
I have Windows 10. Oh my God, they took it away.
Not
Has it
activated.
been a year already?
But yeah, go on with whatever the hell we're saying.
For me, I think this is for people who sadly play on PCs and don't get all the awesome exclusives that come to the consoles. And this would give them a way to play.
So that means we get the awesome PC exclusives and the awesome Xbox exclusives, making the PC the superior console.
No. So like you know how you guys have all those awesome racing games on PC? Like oh, but wait, there's
Dirt.
Oh, but then there's there's no racing games on
This
PC.
is Dirt.
Yes, there is. There's that Russian one where you're
nothing
driving
good.
through the mud.
I
You know what I'm
you're
talking about,
I know
right?
the big fucking vehicle.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called, but
It takes
yeah.
like 3 hours just
Yeah.
to get stuck from the mud.
literally.
Well, that's
other-
who I think it's for now. And now the PC guys get to play some decent games for a change.
They
This
get some
isn't
without
extra
some-
games, even though they have 500,000 released every year. We're just gonna, dumb it down a little bit. 500,000 about come out every year on PC.
I don't care about being able to play my Xbox One games on a PC. What I care about from this feature is that they're for like Fable Legends, which I don't know if that was even a point that you're going to bring.
It is.
The fact that you're going to be able to play against people who are on PC.
Mhm.
I've got friends that don't have Xbox Ones and probably never will get them, but are avid PC gamers that maybe they will be more inclined to buy games that we can play
Yeah.
together.
That's
Well, let me throw that next point in there so we can kind of round all this up. Does this open up the possibility for cross-platform playing beyond this now? Because to me, this seems like a small step in the right direction where, like, it always seemed stupid to me in the age of online gaming that I buy Far Cry 4 on the PlayStation and Mark gets it on the PC and Andy grabs it on Xbox One, and it's always the same game, but we can't play together. And I get that a lot of it's being held back by Xbox Live being its own entity and PS4 being its own, or PlayStation Network being its own entity. But once, it just, to me, it makes sense that something on Far Cry's end with their servers should just allow, it's the same game. It's just,
everyone's paying to play online at this point.
yeah, and it's just how you're accessing that game. And it seems like there's small baby steps in the right direction. I know a few years ago, Steam announced that tiny partnership that never really went anywhere with the PlayStation Network.
For Portal.
For like Portal, and they said a couple more games are coming, and it just died off, and nobody talked about it.
Well, they
again.
haven't released a game since then.
And now you have the Xbox Windows 10 kind of working with Xbox One in some capacity that we're not really sure about yet. And it seems like we're finally getting to that point where it's like, okay, people buy the game they want, they get their $60 game, and they can play on the platform of their choice and just play with their buddies even if they're not on the same platform.
The only downside to this that I see is I 100% agree. It would be awesome if PlayStation users can talk to Xbox users within the same world, like Call of Duty or whatever. When you involve PC, that's when things get a little tougher. It's a different
PC players are gonna
it's a different control scheme.
be a lot
Right.
better.
I have rebuttals for all this already. Go ahead, though.
No. It's not. I'm just saying there is a difference in playing on a mouse and keyboard to playing on controller. But PCs, you tend to have a larger hacker/modder community. So how do you combat that?
I mean, it's basically as bad as okay. So PC obviously is a little easier to do, but it's on the consoles too. I mean, how many times did you go to Call of Duty in a modded lobby where everyone has unlimited grenade launchers?
Me?
And that's
Never.
That's
Me all the time.
That's the point, though. See, that's what I was going to get at. With Call of Duty, everybody gets that, and they're cool with it. The same thing could happen with the control schemes. Like, you're really into PC, and I know I give you a lot of garbage. I don't really hate them as much as I
know.
I just, for the show. But, okay, you're playing, we want to play something together, and you really want to play on PC. Are you going to care if my shit's a half a second slower? It's about me and you playing together. Like, you go on any PC whatever thing, and they have all the different server lobbies. And you can have, like, a for fun, consoles and PCs allowed. And everybody's just cool with it. Or you can have super competitive, need keyboard mouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you could just separate servers like that. They do it on Battlefield 4 now. Like, hey, we're just relaxing.
Smash Brothers does it.
Yeah, everybody.
It's for fun or for glory.
Yeah, but I'm saying even take it more steps forward. But you could just do that. Like I don't give a fuck if we're all playing like Far Cry as an example again. Do I care that your reticle is going to line up a half a second earlier than mine? Yeah. If we're all just running through the world together, it's just for shits and giggles. And then you still allow those servers to do the hardcore PC only, so they don't complain that they're being held back by console games. And you could do console only.
My only thing with that is a lot of developers are incredibly piss poor at optimizing for PC because they don't have enough equipment to even troubleshoot everything. I've had some games where, I have a high-end game right now, and I was playing Far Cry 4. Yeah, I just rebuilt it. So, and literally, Far Cry 4 has some frame rate issues when you turn on certain settings. I know online, you can play it at the settings that it runs the best at, but you run into it where people who are playing on high and the consoles are on their own, set version of it. You may run into someone who's playing it a little bit above their level. This is mostly for competitive, cooperative, not as huge. But you run into where maybe they're lagging a little bit or their shit takes longer to load and you're waiting on the PC guy with his 5-year-old computer to load up the level or whatever it ends up being.
That's interesting, too. I just think we're moving toward it.
And I don't expect to buy it on the Xbox and then get it on the PlayStation and PC for free.
Or does this bring in
that's not what I'm saying either.
No, I'm just, because people are going to argue, well, if I buy it on one and they all work together, then I should have it for No,
or this brings in the fact that for computers to combat, exactly kind of what I said, the cloud gaming. This is exactly what's where we used to stream games. They went out of business a few years back. You could have any PC. You could have the biggest piece, and you could stream any game.
Jeez, it's only been 2 years. And
I cannot remember.
On live.
On live, yes. Does that bring into the cloud service where it doesn't matter what you have in your computer, you're streaming it, as long as you have a good enough internet connection, you're right on par with everybody playing the console, which possibly can be, because that's what we're geared toward earlier, when they announced the console with cloud gaming.
Oh, okay. I got 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, sure.
What about the other way around? Because this is the part that actually does excite me. Like the possibility of playing PC games onto your Xbox One, because I know there's a lot of great games on PC and I miss them because I hate mouse and keyboard. I really, really do. It's my personal thing. And I even buy some of them because I want to try to support them and try to play them. And Mark's tried to baby me a few times through it. And
going through Killing Floor. All right, go into this server.
Yeah, now click this, now touch this. And it's always miserable, and it takes forever to find a game, and it just turns me off of it even more. But there are some excellent games, like Red Orchestra 2 is probably...
He's so into this game for years now.
It's probably the game I want to play the absolute most. But I can't because it's very hard for me to do, and if I could just use an Xbox controller.
That's very difficult though, with how many controls. There's more controls for that game than
you don't need them all though.
That's true. It's true.
That's another argument.
Dumb down the controller.
Yeah, I don't care. They're like, oh, but there's so many controls for that game, and you're not gonna be able to put them all onto your controller. Take away the lean left and lean right button. Even when those are in games. I don't use them. Like Wolfenstein has it. I don't fucking use them. I don't care.
Well, it's usually tied to cover. They have a way around that.
Have them.
Usually, if you're just crouching near cover, it does the lean mechanic for you automatically, which is a way around not having enough.
There you go, too. So I'm just saying there's simple ways to get rid of the stuff that you don't need. There'd also be Killing Floor. And up until recently when Binding of Isaac came out. That was another one I hated playing.
Isaac?
I literally
That was
went
another
back.
one I hated playing on
I
PC.
did go back to Killing Floor probably 2 weeks ago. They've added a lot of really weird guns, like laser guns and stuff like that. Very Call of Duty-esque. So I don't know if you're gonna like that or hate that. But we'll see what Killing Floor 2 brings, if they're gonna keep going with that or let it go more towards the realism side.
Rock on. What do you think about that? Would you be happy if PC games came to?
Well, he's got a Mac. They don't make games for Macs.
Oh, that's right.
No. But I could still take advantage of playing PC games.
You still have your Steam account.
I
Like,
know.
what does that matter? Where you, just like how Steam is. Steam doesn't care if you play Call of Duty on Mac or PC because you're buying the game. That doesn't give a fuck where you play.
I don't really care. Just for me, because like there's not a whole lot on PC that I really care about that's exclusive to PC at this point that they aren't making some type of console version for. Like Killing Floor, like you said, it's 2. It's probably still at least another 2 years away. I can wait for it.
Looks good. Their trailers were looking awesome.
I didn't play Isaac when I heard about it. 2 years ago. Waited. It's on console.
They all come eventually, right?
Exactly. So I mean, that's for me.
They sell well enough, yeah.
The games that I really want. What I miss is like mods for things.
Skyrim. Skyrim is 10 times better on PC
Nobody
than
plays
it
Skyrim.
ever was.
I'm talking about like Counter-Strike and things like that. So, or even like Left 4 Dead, like the Macho Man mod, which was hilarious.
So-
Oh yeah! When
Yeah.
the horde of zombies are coming at you.
There's certain games that PC, Minecraft, biggest example. Minecraft far better, Skyrim far better on PC because of the modding community. They just made it more interesting.
That's
More
all I
things
really
to do.
care about is the unique mods that people make.
And then the last thing. Now, in a perfect world, say that this does start going that way and we can play PC games on the Xbox One and
Be
Tony's
friendly.
content and all this stuff and everybody's happy. Is there a possibility for a Steam app on Xbox? Because think of that now.
Steam is basically just a games distributor at this point. They haven't put something out in
Yeah.
3 years now. 4
Steam
years
doesn't
almost?
need to make all these Steam consoles that they're talking about. If the console's already out there and they work out some kind of agreement where their shit is on...
Good job, Tony.
Damn it. My phone's bleep. When their shit is on consoles.
It's possible. It'd be them working together, get their own application on there. The only thing I can see about why it wouldn't work out is Steam's already a third-party seller. You'd be splitting the profits twice because you'd be probably selling it through the Xbox. They have to have their end on it. And Steam, I don't know how much they make per game. Usually, probably $10 maybe on a $6 game.
Well, I think opening up to the consoles would justify a small dip. And there's also ways around it, kind of like, okay, Microsoft, we're going to put our store on our app on your console. How's 100 million a year sound? And Microsoft's like, sure.
They may just be fine splitting it,
And look,
You
like,
get 5, I get 5. Whatever.
they could
What
do
about
that.
me? I don't get 5.
No.
But then there could also be, like I'm saying with that, and
High five.
say with the 360,
I give you a high 1.
there was 80 million 360s, right?
Yeah.
To make
something
back
like
that 100 million investment, they'd have to make like $1 a gamer.
Yeah.
And then Steam could still keep their money, but they just pay to put it on the platform, or they can do half and half, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I want
think
my
it'd be
5 too.
Dang.
Quit dying.
I was gonna go over here. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna sneeze on Tony, so I did a fake little.
That one?
I did a juke move with my
I'll
head.
think out. All right.
Tony was scared for a second.
Final thoughts.
Don't care. No, I'm just joking. I want to see it develop further before I actually form a
Do you see he pulled a Joe there?
opinion on it.
Stupid.
No.
I don't want to talk about video games. Why am I on a video game show? Just stupid.
No, there's a difference. I don't want to talk about computer video games. Those are stupid. High five.
High five.
No, like I said, I want them to develop it more and get a better understanding about how it's going to work and when it's going to roll out and other games besides Fable Legends that it's going to work for. Things
Yeah,
like
what
that.
they announced was like
Fable
4
Legends.
games.
Fable Legends.
I thought it was also
Like
they were
Fable
saying
Legends.
like Halo and like Forza and something.
Fable Legends.
No, people are getting excited because they can finally play
Maybe it's just
a good shooter and a good racer.
And basically
Yeah, good
Microsoft
shooters.
came out and said it's
Racers, that is the one thing that it's
Microsoft came out and said that it's up to the developers to decide who's going to use this technology.
Mm-hmm.
So not every game is going to be required to support it, and so on and yada yada.
Yeah.
Again, it was announced this week. I want to see it in action. I want to see how smooth it is. You know, what do?
Mountain Dew.
But yeah, so I mean, it's a little early. I'm excited, but before I kind of whatever. Royal Rumble's coming on.
How about you, sir?
I'm excited. If more, not so much for this because exactly what Jason said. How far away is my PC and my console?
Yeah.
It's not really going to apply to me very much. I'm more interested about kind of what me and Tony were talking about. Maybe Steam coming to consoles, or just something where maybe I can just play my PC game on my console because half of them require a controller or have controller support at this point. So what's the difference at this point almost for a lot of games?
Yep. And that's what me too. Like, I'm sure if I actually applied myself, I could learn PC gaming just fine. But to me, I can't.
The guy who tries to plow in his Jeep.
Yeah, it's just actually perfect for
I
it.
figured it
No, to me, it's like I never put the time in because I don't care because it takes too long. Like,
What button
and
do you
people are
push
like,
to stop the recording?
people are like, oh, it's not that hard. I can't see from here. That one, stop right there. No.
Stop. Abrupt video ending.
So to me, it seems like any effort is too much effort when consoles have dumbed it down. Like when I want a game, I just want to.
He wants
He
to
wants to
the
put
game.
the disc in, wait the 4-hour install, wait for it to patch.
No, that doesn't
and then play
happen
it.
because all my shit is auto.
Not when
updates.
it's a brand new game.
Okay,
Yeah,
now when it's a brand new game.
and because right clicking on Steam and saying on my name hitting
It's not just
join
that
game.
though, because then
it really is.
Because then iTunes is like, but you have to update this, and then
Why does iTunes matter?
because as soon as you turn on your computer, then it's like, oh, but your flash thingy's out of date, and and
keep your shit up
now
to
you
date.
gotta
Not if you
oh,
set it
but
up.
adware needs to update.
Do
And
what I
blah, blah,
do.
blah.
I never
Oh,
turn my machine off.
we're reading a USB card. Is this okay? And now your drivers need to be updated. And
Okay,
You know, how your Xbox
They've-
auto updates for you? My computer auto updates for me.
Yeah. So they've done this down
All
for
that
you.
shit.
If you get an NVIDIA video card, you can get NVIDIA Experience. It just does the updates for you when they come, so you don't have to worry about crap
Why do I have to
anymore.
buy another thing?
What do you mean
Then
another thing? It's a free program.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you were saying another. Okay, maybe
No,
I'll try
it's
that
just
out.
for if
Maybe
you,
I'll try that out. But
yeah,
still,
you have
and then
at least a 50%
short
chance of
show,
having
huh?
it ready.
well, I'm trying to, but everybody
We're
cuts
at
me
2
off.
hours.
6 hours. No, we're not. We're 50
4
minutes.
minutes.
It's a short show. Dick.
Here, look, stare at the camera again.
Why are you doing
Almost.
this? Why are you doing this?
It's almost.
Okay, back out. I'm getting running out of air. Okay. Let's wrap up the show.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm looking very forward to the future possibilities. That's my final thoughts. Not happy about this right now at all. Are we zooming in on me again, really? Never gonna let you up. Something, something, something. Don't know the lyrics to this song. Something, something, something. This has been the episode 139. Thanks for
Glad you had to
tuning in,
look
guys.
so far down that your
Catch
screen
us
like
next week, same
Your face
time,
completely went off screen.
same place.